This is AVIOT, Atypical Voices in Our Time, the official podcast of Chemistry Productions. That's spelled K3MISTRY Productions, a media education company.
So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is the AVIOT podcast. We have Miss Coya in the building once again. Hey, Coya.
Hey, everybody.
And I am your co-host, Jay Stokes, and also we have our other co-host, Jay Random here. What's up, Random?
Yo, what's going on? What's going on?
Nothing much. We were actually talking prior to the show beginning, and we're talking about in Connecticut how there are different areas where people are overdosing on drugs. Oh no! And then Coya brought up, I think Coya or Random, who brought up the shootings that are going on? Or the gun violence, something like that.
Oh, I said, yeah, gun violence. I was asking you if that's what you were more so asking about when you were saying that Connecticut was getting out of control. That's what you were speaking about, right? About how, like, lately in Bridgeport, everybody's getting shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I actually wanted to stick on this gun violence topic. There was actually a PSA that was put out into the universe or media by Sandy Hook. So Sandy Hook put out a PSA. It's a back to school PSA. It's called Sandy Hook Promise. And basically in this PSA, they had like a video of the kids going back to school. They're like, "Oh, I got a new backpack," right? And then some people are saying, "Oh, look at my new clothes." And then they have a part in there where you hear shooting going on and kids are running in the hallway. And one of the kids is like, "I got new shoes so I can run when I need to run." And it's like the shooting's going on in the background.
What?
It is a very graphic commercial. I think y'all definitely need to watch it. But
I saw it.
Damn,
you saw it.
It was sad to see, but it's true. It's like a reality nowadays. You never really know if you'll be the one getting a call saying something happened at your kid's school. It's an everyday thing. It was sad to look at, but it's reality, unfortunately.
What were your thoughts?
I didn't see it.
What were your thoughts on it in general?
My thoughts on it in general, as a parent, it was just hard to watch. Mm-hmm. At first, it started out on a light note. You know, everybody's so happy, and then how things took a turn. And at the end, where the girl texted her mom and was like, "I love you, Mom," and I'm assuming the shooter came in the bathroom. It was just sad to watch.
Wow.
You know?
No, yeah,
it was really sad to watch.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds too dark for me. No, that's all right. I just stick to The Walking Dead. Seriously, I just stick to The Walking Dead. Listen, I know that's not real. I don't have to worry about zombies coming around, but dang.
For real. You don't have to concern yourself with that.
Exactly.
True. But I mean, it's kind of necessary in this day and age because you try to shelter your kids and you're like, "Oh, this has never happened to you." But the reality is, it might now.
It could very well. Mm-hmm.
But
I don't think anybody's safe.
Definitely
gun
not.
Violence at this point.
Definitely not. But like, my question has always been, how do the shooters get in the school? Because I remember in my school, my high school specifically, they locked the doors after they let everybody in the beginning.
Whoa.
You got to buzz in.
You mean lock the doors like Joe Clark?
Yeah, without the lock.
Yeah, without the lock. You never saw Lean on Me?
No.
Yo, you never saw Lean on Me?
Joe Clark put the chains on the door.
Listen.
So the goons couldn't come in.
Listen. Jay Stokes, I'm going to give you an assignment. You gotta watch Lean on Me. You probably laugh at it now because I watched it like 2 weeks ago and I couldn't stop laughing.
It is a good one.
It's a good movie.
It's a classic.
But everything made me laugh because the kids are even worse now. And this was back in the days when the kids are supposed to be bad. But yeah, in one part, like Coy said, Joe Clark, he used to put chains on the doors and lock it. But now we actually have, I guess, technology. So once the door shuts, it locks. But yeah, that's crazy. You're right. And I think the same thing with Stanford High, right? Right, Coy? When you say the door's locked?
No. Somebody wanted to shoot up Stanford High, they could probably shoot.
Oh no. Damn, the doors ain't locked?
Well, I know when I went to Stanford High, this was a long time ago though, there was always a door left open in the front of the school to the right of the building. That's everybody would use it to sneak out to go and get lunch or whatever the case. You know that door right there by the auditorium, quote unquote lunch, and never return half the time. But yes, so not everybody, you know, I don't think that every school thinks that it can happen to them. Maybe that's how it continues to happen. You know, they're not taking all the security measures, thinking, "Oh, it won't happen here." leaving the door
Yeah,
open for recess, airing the school out, whatever the case is. But somebody's slipping and leaving something unlocked because it's happening too much.
that is true. Because you're right. Because I think the school doors have to be locked now, but the sad part is there's still school shooting, so something is wrong. Somebody's not
Right.
locking doors. And it's not, and it's not hard either. It's as simple as see. You know what the problem is though? Is these kids that's sneaking out, right? I think. Just think about it. If all the doors lock once you go in, and the only thing it takes for one person to walk out, and that person who's trying to get into school just holds the door and goes in.
Yeah, or putting the door stop there so they can
Yeah,
come back in when they
exactly.
finish doing whatever. Something's
Exactly.
happening.
Yeah, something's happening. But I did not see that what was that? That
PSA. It's a
PSA.
video.
Yeah, I didn't see that PSA video. But it sounds too dark anyway. So you guys seen it? You said it was dark. I believe you.
It was,
And
it was very dark, yes.
wow.
But
But
in
I
terms
don't.
of
Yeah.
no, go ahead.
Sorry, go.
Go ahead.
Go. No. Go. No. I'm good.
I was gonna say, in terms of prevention, in terms of these school shootings, I think the most important thing is for parents to really be honest about if their kids have a problem, as hard as it may be. Like they got to get them help, or they got to like remove just weapons from them. Because I'm looking at this story now. There was actually a teen arrested for a plan to shoot 400 people for fun over in Oklahoma. The teen's name is Alexis Wilson, this girl right here. And they arrested her, and she wanted to shoot up 400 people for fun. She had an AK-47 underneath her bed.
What? Where'd she get the gun from?
Her parents. You know white
Mm-hmm.
people always got big guns sitting around the house. They love to hunt and stuff like that. They're naturally barbaric.
Damn. So what happened to her? She got a slap in the wrist, or they really did something to her?
Well, the story's still developing, but she's currently being held on a $250,000 bond at the Pittsburgh County Jail, and could face up to 10 years in prison.
How much?
200.
250,000?
Yes.
Okay, so she can get out. She's gonna get out of jail.
You
She only
think-
has to
yeah,
pay
this-
10% to get out.
You
You
ain't
only
lying
got
about that.
Really?
10% of that.
Yeah, 10%. Yeah, you don't got to pay that full amount.
Oh wow. So this is gonna be a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, she probably
Yeah.
could just put up 2 for like 12 of her AK-47s and get out of jail.
Yeah,
Treat it like
and this is-
monopoly money.
and this is in Oklahoma too. Oklahoma's been having a lot of issues with this stuff, because didn't you have the Oklahoma Timothy McVeigh, was that in Oklahoma?
Yes, it was in Oklahoma. Yes, it was.
And then I think Oklahoma had another shooting last year. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure they had another shooting. But yeah, Oklahoma, Ohio, any of those states, like even Texas, I'm nervous about. Because Texas,
Oh.
I always wanted to go like chill in Texas, because that's a good spot for younger people. But
Yeah, I think Houston will be fine. Just don't go to
Houston
Waco,
will be fine.
Texas,
Yeah, don't go to Waco. Houston is
looking for
nice.
trouble.
Even Dallas is
good
nice.
point. Good
Even
point.
Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah, San
Well, not Waco.
Antonio, wherever there's some people that look like us, we're probably okay.
Right.
But if it's like the others, stay away, Jared. Just find something else to do.
That's true.
I understand. Speaking of staying away, that's a good statement right there, Koya. Speaking of staying away, one thing that has not been able to stay away is this Leaving Neverland documentary on Michael Jackson.
Ooh.
I don't know if you both have heard, it got an Emmy for outstanding documentary.
Oh no.
Yes, it won an Emmy for outstanding documentary.
The shade of it all.
Yes.
Oh no. They don't have to do Michael like that. Like, for real? That is so out of control. That man been there for so long. I don't believe these people. They want to check. They're looking for attention.
Exactly.
I think he is a little strange now. Don't get me wrong.
I agree.
Yeah, that is true.
But you know the
Everybody
problem is? I'm sorry, go.
Oh no, it's fine. Everybody know he's crazy. That's all I was gonna say. But I don't think he did that.
Yeah, for me, it's more like, yeah, you're right. It's all about a check. And as a slap on the face. I'm sorry, as a slap in the face to the family and to Michael Legacy for that show. Because correct me if I'm wrong, no one in the family approved anything on that show. I'm sorry, in
Nope.
that. So how did it? I mean, what?
Oprah and her people.
Oh,
You know
Oprah.
Oprah got I think it was Oprah that had something to do with that, and everybody was saying how she's such a sellout. Well, Oprah's been a sellout though,
Wait a
but
minute.
black people still love her though.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
Oh yeah,
What makes you say
Oprah
that?
has something to do with that. Oh, that Oprah's a sellout?
Yeah. I want you to expand on that for the audience.
She just doesn't do anything for the black community. Oprah loves white people. She gets so excited to see them. She loves their company. She wants their, their praise. Like her primary audience looks to be white women. Like that's who she caters to.
That's very true. That is very true. Good point.
No, you got a point.
She don't do nothing for us. She just got a lot of money and look like us, so we big her up. Like, oh, look at Oprah. But Oprah don't really be looking out like that.
No, she really don't.
What's always stuck out to me is when she built that school in South Africa. Yeah. I'm like, why didn't you build something in America for the blacks over here? Why do you have to go all the way to South Africa?
And South Africa has a lot of European people there who probably have some association with her because those are her people. Like I said, white people, she love them. So she linked up with them and decided to do it there.
Yeah. Good point. But I can't get over the Leaving Neverland documentary. Here's what's crazy about it winning this Emmy. Number one, Beyonce didn't win an Emmy for the Netflix special that she did, which was amazing.
What Netflix special?
It's the Jared, you're amazing for saying that. You're part of the Beehive.
No, I'm not part of the Beehive at all. No.
Oh, you talking about that documentary she did?
Yeah, I just give credit where credit is due. Huh?
When she did, what's it called? Coachella? That one, right?
It's the Coachella one. Yeah, the Baychella thing. That I thought was I'm actually looking up the name now. I thought that was a great documentary. It gave a good behind the scenes look at everything she went through, and I thought it was very well done. So I can give credit where credit's due. Like Random will tell you all the time, I'm not really a Beyonce fan. So
okay.
That is true.
Yeah, I could care less. So that's why coming from me about this, it's genuine.
Okay, that's nice to know.
Yeah, but it's so she didn't win an Emmy, and then on top of that, you have they never said that Michael Jackson's niece actually dated one of the guys in the documentary. They never mentioned that. They were together for the duration of the time that he was supposedly molesting him.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Randy Jackson, that's her name.
Yes. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I think, is that Jermaine's? No, that's not Jermaine's daughter. That's
I can't keep up with them people.
I can't keep up with people either. It's too many. Yeah. They all look
alike. So you had that.
They went to the same doctor.
Oh shit!
Only one is Tito. Tito kept that nose. Yeah. Everybody else, I don't know. They all look alike. I'm with Jay.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, that just sat with me the wrong way because you talking about pedophiles. Pretty much everybody in Hollywood's a pedophile.
Correct.
They have pedophiles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot of people in power, a lot of the top people are pedophiles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Sad but true. And we already know the priest. Oh, they stay.
Oh my gosh. I just don't understand. They just move them from place to place. They don't ever get rid of them or put them in jail. Just we're gonna move you to another. What's their place of worship called? They have a church too? Is that what it is?
No. I don't know. What's it called?
I don't know.
Let's just call it church. Let's call it church.
Okay, they moved to another church.
Yeah, temple. I don't know.
I'm moving to Jay. I'm like, yo, do you know? I don't know. Coy, I don't know.
Yeah, temple.
That's not. We don't go there. That's why we don't know. Yeah. We go to church, so we're gonna call it church too.
Exactly.
We're gonna call it church. Speaking of church, I had to give a big praise because finally Ed Buck has been arrested.
What? Finally?
Finally.
It's now Coy. Now, do you know anything about Ed Buck?
No.
Okay.
Who is that?
Enlighten her.
No. You enlighten her because I already know you know Ed Buck is he wilding out here. Jay Stokes, please enlighten her.
Ed Buck is a gay donor for the Democratic Party, and basically he's a white dude, and he entertains a lot of black dudes. So he'll have black dudes.
I think I know who you're talking about. The guy in California and 2 people in his house. 2 people popped up dead.
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. He needed to go to jail. It's perfect.
It took a third overdose for him to finally get convicted.
Another one? Oh, I knew
Yeah.
about two. Oh my God.
A
Yeah, he
third
likes young
was
escorts from like South Central or whatever, wherever he recruits them from.
I don't understand.
Child, the
Yeah,
scandal of it all.
tell me about it. They finally got him. So
Yeah.
it took so I mean, it took what, a third black person. You know what it was? It's probably the media. Even though we didn't hear about it, somebody's probably pressuring for that to happen because enough is enough. This dude was damn near Jeffrey Dahmer,
Pretty much.
a
Wow.
meth head Jeffrey Dahmer. Because
Yeah,
seriously,
he
his
likes to
game,
get them real high
real
and
high,
take
and then
advantage of them and
yeah,
make them
and then
do
they die.
nasty stuff. Yeah.
It's like, man, you sound like Jeffrey Dahmer, son.
Pretty
So
much.
yeah. So what? Okay, well, time out. So he's arrested, but what does that mean?
That means he's probably gonna get out.
Okay.
He's arrested. That
He gonna
that
get
headline,
10 days
right?
and a
Oh
fine.
God, 10 days. No, he may get 5 then.
And a fine.
Dang, you can't even give him 10.
Nah, 5.
Jeez.
5 and a fine. Yeah,
5
that's
and
what
a
I'm going
fine.
with. Yep, that's what I'm
Speak-
going with.
Probably.
Yo, speaking of that, doesn't it seem like Weinstein, like charges get dropped from him like every other month?
Every other
Mhm.
month they get dropped and added on. It's like, yo, they playing games. They're legit playing games right about now, I think.
Well, let it be Cosby or R. Kelly. Oh, we gonna put you in jail quick. Like,
What?
Yeah.
Yo,
If Michael
R. Kelly,
Jackson was alive, they would have tried to scoop him up too.
yeah.
You know, black
True.
people can't have a decent legacy to live by. They just got to take everything from us. You know, that's
Yo,
what this Neverland is about.
exactly. Because you
Mhm.
think about it. So the white girl who said she wanted to kill 400 people with an
Yeah.
AK-47,
Yeah, for
her
fun.
bail is 250,000, but they gave R. Kelly $1 million bond. Like,
They did.
yo, R. Kelly bond is $1 million now.
He needed to be that though.
He needed to be that, but isn't that crazy? You shoot up, it's like, what the
Well,
hell?
yeah, the white privilege. That's what it
Yeah.
all comes
I mean,
down
and they
to.
know R. Kelly's still in jail because he can't even afford 100,000. Why they put that man bond to $1 million? They want, yo, pay 10% of that, son.
But I always wondered now, Koya, I wanted you to speak to this also because Jay and I, we touched on it before. When it comes to R. Kelly with the girls that are taking up for him, how do you feel about, do you feel like they're victims? Do you feel like they've grown? So they, like, how do you feel?
Oh God, I feel bad for them for one. Something's wrong, I think, psychologically probably, to even want to get to know somebody like that to determine if they're a good or a bad person. Like he's been what we call a sexual pedophile for about 20 some odd years at this point.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think they're victims. Because you got to be in a sad mental space to be like, oh yeah, I heard you like molest people and do bad things, but I want to get to know you. So that's a little odd. That's a little odd. So yeah.
I understand.
think they're
That whole
victims.
conversation sounded odd right there. You right.
Yeah, it's like everybody knows what this man is up to. How did you even have time to get a connection with him?
And I always
Kinda
wondered,
asking
like,
for
the
trouble.
parents and the parents too. Like the parents knew this also.
Some of the parents want a little come up. They want a little check. You know, people don't like to work. And then they want their kids to be famous once again, so they don't have to work. So, you know, some people are willing to sacrifice their children. They said that's what Aaliyah's mother did. That's how they ended up together in the first place.
I know. Because remember her uncle was I think big in the industry, right? And somehow it still happened. I forgot what her
Who,
uncle.
Aaliyah's?
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of the girls in the documentary, he met them through their family members. Sparkle, her niece.
Sparkle, the only one that told.
Yeah,
And
you see
now-
she ain't made
yeah.
another song since.
You see that, right? She ain't make another song since, and her family don't talk to her. Family mad at her. Talking about you messing up the bag. Like, come on, family.
Dang, you trying to pimp her out, and then you mad because she
But
tells
black
the truth.
people, I feel like black people with like molestation and stuff like that, they take a very odd approach. I don't know if it's just black people, but I'm only gonna speak for black people because I'm black. I don't know how white households handle it, but I feel like a lot of times in the black community, you know, like that the uncle is a molester, but nobody says anything. He still gets to come to dinner. You know, like I don't understand what all that sweeping under the rug business is about, but it's an ongoing thing. And if you have money, of course, it's getting swept even harder. So I don't know. It's just a weird concept.
A possible reason why that happens is because blacks are always subject to like so much trauma and so much drama from the environment. Like you got police coming after you, the system's made against you. So as a family member, you're saying we got to stick together because we got so many things trying to pull us apart and bring us down. So if this happens in our family, we just got to figure out a way to stick together. I can't out my uncle because if I do, that's gonna be another black dude in jail, even though he deserves to go to jail. They might be thinking like, oh, we gotta stay like close knit. What do you think about that?
That's a sad way to think. Because if my kids come to me and talk about their uncle did whatever, then that's probably the last time everybody's going to see the uncle. He might end up on a shirt.
Exactly.
Or he's going to jail. I don't know. Uncle can pick it.
Yeah, really. I don't blame you.
I don't know.
But you know the sad part is, I would hope that's not the reason why these pedophiles are still walking around. Now, I know probably, and I'm not saying I know, but I think back in the days it was probably harder because a lot of the pedophiles were like the staple of the family. So
true.
It was kind of like, oh, but Uncle Charlie
like
did
Jared
let me in his
said.
house.
Yeah, you don't want to break up the family at that point. Okay.
Yeah.
True.
But now it should be no excuse. People should be no.
I had
the minute your kid tell you
Oh,
something's going wrong. No, I'm sorry. I just want to say, the minute the kids tell you something's going wrong, investigate it and handle it that moment.
Yes, sir.
I had an acquaintance tell me recently that Aretha supposedly had a kid from like her dad. Have you ever heard that rumor?
No.
Okay.
Heard
I
that
have
either.
not.
I'm not trying to put that out there, but
But
she was
I
saying
did-
that.
You know what? I did hear something did happen with Aretha Franklin, her father. Now, I don't know if it was had a kid, but there might have been something a little fishy there. But I don't know
Okay.
about a whole baby, though. Oof, I hope
Half a
not.
baby?
A whole or a half. That shit is a mess.
Listen, I love me some Aretha, so I ain't trying to, and she passed and going on, so I'm not trying to, trying to spit on her grave or anything.
Just saying
I'm
what
just
you
saying.
heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yo, real quick. Y'all ain't see my face when Jared said that? I was like, she passed away?
Random.
I'm like,
Oh
you
my
did.
god.
I'm like, oh, wait, she did.
I do that all the time. I be
Wait,
forgetting
wait.
who passed away. You got to remind me.
I
I'm
know,
not the coroner.
because-
I don't keep up.
Yo,
died.
Yo, if y'all saw my face when he said that, I was like, when she passed away? And I'm thinking like, yeah, I remember she did. Well, why am I thinking she's still alive, even though I know she passed away? That is bad. Like, yeah, they had her TV. I mean, they had her on TV, right? For
Mhm.
a funeral, right?
I didn't
Yeah.
watch the funeral because I heard it was a mess.
I didn't watch it.
Oh.
I watched the best parts on YouTube, though.
Yo,
I did
don't know
myself
why.
that favor.
I don't know
Smart.
why I keep on
I
looking.
got no 4 hours to be watching that.
Yo, it was too. It was
Nobody
too long.
got time for that.
It was too
Right.
long. And then they had what's the name singing? Remember what's the name? Andre
Who Ariana Grande?
Ariana Grande. Yeah,
Why
Grande.
was she there? Why?
Because black people think she could sing.
She's
She
not
can't
all
sing, she can
that.
yell.
She's a knockoff of Mariah.
That is true.
Aw.
And she
She
yells
is.
a lot.
She does, yeah. Well, she's gotten better because she used to start off on a 10. Every time she would sing, she started off on a 10. Like, you can't start off on a 10. You got to build gradually.
That is true. That is true. You definitely can't be yelling on a 10. That's true.
But the last story I wanted to get into, unless y'all got anything extra to add, was something that Random was talking about regarding Felicity Huffman with the parents that were cheating to get their kids into these private schools. You were saying that you're trying to compare it with the mother that was jailed, the black mother that was jailed for telling the untruth about their district.
So everyone knows about the Felicity case because now they're making a movie out of it, if you could believe. And the darn case is still
I'm asleep.
Yeah. Life is
I'm
making a
asleep.
movie. Yes, Life is already making a movie. Matter of fact, the movie comes out, if I'm right, either October or November. Yeah, no,
My
seriously.
For
God.
her,
Yeah,
10
yeah.
days in jail.
Yeah.
And
But
she
the
might
funny
not
thing
even do
is,
10.
exactly. So, I sent you guys a article recently when she was given 14 days prison sentence for the scandal. She's the first, so there's more parents that's coming. And I think
14 days.
14 days.
14 days. For
And the
lying to
sad
get
part-
your kid into
Yeah.
school.
It's called white privilege. That's all she's going to get. 14 days.
exactly. And basically it was a lady in Bridgeport. Do you know her name? By off the top, I can look at the article if you don't.
No,
But,
I don't recall.
Jay Stokes, do you know?
I
I'm
don't
about to
know.
see. Yeah. All right. Cool. Her name was
Hot potato.
yeah. What the hell you said? Hot potato.
Yeah, because Koya doesn't recall. I don't recall either. Playing hot potato,
yeah.
just tossing it.
Yes.
Tanya
yes, thank-
McDowell, is that her?
Yes, Tanya McDowell. So Tanya McDowell, she lived in Bridgeport and she was homeless, and she basically was, matter of fact, no, it wasn't the same thing. She had her kid go to a school in Norwalk, and she didn't live in Norwalk. So I guess when they found out the Board of Ed in Norwalk, they sent us. They arrested her, and she just got sentenced, I think, recently to 5 years in prison for actually sending her kid to a school out of the kid's district. So she gets 5 years, and Felicity gets 14 years. 14 days. So I did some more investigating, and I realized that Tanya, she was also convicted of a drug charge. So
Two,
right?
she's out here moving. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure the reason why she got 5 years was because she probably was on probation. You know how probation works. I mean, you can Google it and see if you're on probation, you can't even jaywalk, where you'll go back and serve the remaining. Huh? Say it again.
Do you having a Meek Mill?
Yeah, exactly. You could go, you could jaywalk and go back and serve the rest of your probation in jail. So, and the only reason why I say that it's not really a racial thing, because at first I was like, oh, that's BS, is because there was another woman in, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I think she
was in Akron.
Yes, thank you. Her name was
Mhm.
Kelly Williams. She got 9 days for doing the same thing that Tanya did in Bridgeport. So that's why I was like, oh, okay. So, but still, Felicity, they really broke. They really broke the law, and they really But I'm not surprised, on what they did. But I feel like 14 days is a slap in the slap. It's just a slap in the wrist. That's it. What's 14 days? Because she's getting 14 days. I mean, what is it? So the next person is going to be higher, because I think the other lady who played on Full House, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Her family, they put they
Aunt Becky.
I think it was like 500,000, like almost $1 million for the same thing. So I think it's probably the higher up, the higher you paid, the higher you invested in the scandal, probably be the more time, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay. So Aunt Becky gonna get more than 14 days.
Yeah, Aunt Becky gonna get a lot, and definitely it's gonna end up with the guy who actually was doing all the in control of the ring. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a lot too. I'm assuming. Who knows? Because what the hell is 14 days? So Aunt Becky gonna get 21 days, and then what are you gonna do?
Oh, boy, gonna get 32.
Yeah,
the ringleader.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody
exactly.
gonna get much.
And now for a quick commercial break.
To help better educate the public about media matters, Chemistry Productions co-founder Jay Stokes began writing for our personal web blog called Tit for Tat. You can find his writing at chemblog.wordpress.com. That's K3mblog.wordpress.com. Here, articles are posted every Thursday. Jay Stokes also writes media-related articles for Medium.com, which is a platform that helps pay our bills. Make sure to support by visiting Medium.com and search for J.Stokes.
So Jay Stokes and we were talking. It's just sad because, I mean, nowadays you're getting penalized for wanting your kids to have a better education. And my son now goes to Stratford. So I actually saw Stratford. They actually break it down on how much it costs per student. I was like, wow. So I guess they broke it down just in case anybody is found bringing a kid to Stratford that don't belong in Stratford. You owe them $15,000 worth of back taxes. It's $15,000 per student.
Okay. They want their money off the top. Okay.
$15,000. That's how it costs per, and I'm like, wow. Okay, now they actually breaking it down. Because I remember, do you know how many kids, I'm pretty sure back in the days, went to another school outside of their district? It wasn't really a big thing.
I know plenty.
Today. Well, my daughter has friends, and they live in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
But they go to school in Stanford.
Yeah.
But people don't want their kids to go to school in Bridgeport.
No.
They don't want them to be at the bottom of the barrel.
No, and also, yeah, exactly. And also, it's like nowadays, seriously, we all just aside, unless your kid is in a magnet school or a charter school in Bridgeport, I wouldn't send them there either. No disrespect, because I live in Bridgeport, but it's just, no, it's not even, it's just a combination of everyone is just failing these kids, down to the mayor, to the teachers, to the board of ed. They're just failing them. You know,
Yeah.
Bridgeport has the highest taxes. Where's that money going? It's going somewhere, but it's definitely not going to the schools.
In the politicians' pockets.
Must be.
Right. They always get arrested for that, and then they get reelected. Though I don't understand that city. It's a crazy place.
Listen. I was so surprised. No, I wasn't surprised that our mayor got reelected. I said, "Come on."
I know you were not surprised.
And I'm like, "Come on, what is that?" I mean, listen, this man couldn't even make it to the but they did not let him be governor. Thank God for that.
No, they have more sense than that. But Bridgeport's a crazy corrupted city, so they don't care. Let the crazy corrupted man run it.
Yeah. I'm like, what? And it was, but you know the funny thing is, I swear, and Jay Stokes and Coy, you could definitely take a look. I swear it said only 5,200 some odd people voted.
What?
Oh.
Because okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. So he only won by like 3%, but they had like the total number of voters, and then they had like the percentage, and it said 5,200. I know it wasn't what 5 million, but it said 5,000. I didn't see a comma after that 200 or something. I was like, yo, no.
Nobody showed up.
Nobody showed up, and no one really pays attention to elections unless it's like trying to vote for presidents. I mean, that's bad. Right. You and I, Jay Stokes, we talk about that all the time. Nowadays, it's best to just vote for all, but definitely vote for your local.
Those are ones that are going to impact you the most.
Yes, vote local.
Local elections.
Yes, your local elections, they are the ones that's going to impact you the most. You know, so yeah, I guess no one showed up. Because it said 527. I was like, nah, that gotta be that must be something else. I know.
Nah, in Bridgeport, that's a lot. That's
what?
Not that bad.
You know what? Evans must have had the new J's out. So that's what happened.
That's where the line was at. Okay.
That's where the line was at for the new Jordans that already came out 50 years ago.
What if they strategically planned it so that they released the new Jordans at the time of the election? Because they know.
Yo, I wouldn't put it past Gannon.
Crooked.
I won't put it past Gannon, so I don't know. But yeah, so it's just like, come on, guys, what are we doing here? So I'm ready to get out of here too. Seriously, because there's nothing going on here, man. Listen, when I go to Stratford and I see how Stratford is so unified and is so bubbly, I'm like, dang, I'm only like 3 X's away. Like, this is bad. Like, what are we doing over here? Like,
Bridgeport just has a dark cloud over it. It's been like that for a long time. It's the 9th poorest city in the country now.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't know all that. Yes, the 9th.
Wow.
So we got a lot of, you know why? Because we used to have a lot of industrial companies that used to be here, and now they left, and the buildings are there, and the buildings are
abandoned.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, you're dealing with a lot of stuff going on in those buildings. You know, a lot of chemicals. So what are you to do? Bridgeport used to have a mall. Now it's Housatonic. So, Housatonic is now where the mall used to be. So it's really nothing to do in Bridgeport but to live there and go to work. Sad but true. It's like even the restaurants are kind of iffy. So, but I think nowadays the Board of Ed should really focus on having programs for kids that live in states or cities that they don't really feel that could benefit them, and they should be allowed to move around. Treat it like a lot
that you sent said that the government spends $23 billion more in white districts than they do in black districts for education. $23 billion more.
23
and you see why people sneaking around and using false addresses. Everybody wants their kid to get ahead.
Exactly.
Who wants their kid left behind? Nobody.
Exactly. I knew somebody kid that went to school in Greenwich, and I was like, "You live in Bridgeport? Who the heck you know?" Exactly. So I guess it's weird. It's weird. I guess they catch who they want to catch.
Right.
Yeah,
I find it hard to believe that, like you said, this is still going on, but no one's getting arrested. So I guess they catch who they want to catch.
Yeah, you're right. And the lady probably was looking sus or something. She probably did something to make it a little more obvious.
Yeah,
Right.
If you're just staying under the radar, dropping your kids off, everything normal, you should be all right. But don't follow our directions. Just do what you got to do for you and your kids.
Yeah, please don't follow our directions. Nah, no.
you
pay
giving the
taxes in that
secret. You
town.
giving out the secret.
I know. My
You pay
bad,
tax in
y'all.
that town. Please bring your kid to
Don't
that
get
town.
locked
Sorry,
up and try to write us. We ain't bailing nobody out.
nobody.
Exactly. No.
Man, that's crazy. Hey, real quick before we go, so it's a story I think Coy you sent, and it was about that Jay Stokes. I know you heard about that cheerleader girl who had a baby and buried the baby. She claimed she didn't know she was pregnant.
Yeah.
So she was found not guilty.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another case where this lady, I guess she got into an argument or a fight with someone and lost her baby in the midst of the fight.
Oh yeah, because the lady had shot her in the stomach.
And
Yeah,
she
shot her in
got
the stomach.
charged with murder, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Saw
Yeah.
that.
You see this,
So
right?
she got let off though, but the initial
By like
charge was
public
the issue.
outrage.
Yeah. Public
Right.
They just didn't
outrage.
want the smoke that came with that because it wasn't a rational decision. Like they based it on her skin. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you're outside being ghetto, fighting, you're pregnant. Okay, this is what you get.
Mhm.
Which she should not have been fighting, but she's not the only pregnant person that ever had a fight. So
Yeah, exactly. And it's crazy because the judge was like, you know what? We're not going to sentence you because the death of your child should be enough punishment. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. Because I say all this to say, with the white girl, how does that work?
'Cause
Why
she
you
didn't care
Telling
about
me
the
you
death
did
of her
not
child.
know that you were pregnant and then you buried the baby. So come on, you burying evidence. When is it going to click that,
That was
I'm
murder.
doing something wrong? Is it when you grab the shovel? When you lift the first piece of dirt? Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, there has to be a sign where, like, okay, now you knew. So, I just
Well,
I
let's
just
be
laugh
honest.
at our, what's up?
Do we really want people like that raising children?
no, but
No.
she shouldn't get off either just to go let some other fool get her pregnant later to do the same shit again if she decides.
That's what I'm
Good point.
saying.
Good
Because guess
point.
what? The problem is with certain people, we're not going to just name all, we're not going to say white, black, because I'm pretty sure some black people who act like they don't understand either. But it's
Yeah,
just
of course.
privilege. It's just privilege that these kids, I think kids in general, they have a self entitlement and their privilege. They believe everything's supposed to go their way. And I
Yeah.
think her getting off didn't really help her because in her mind, she's probably saying,
It made it
system.
worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think if she was a black girl that did that, though, I don't think
Oh,
it
they
would have
would've.
been no.
Oh no,
not.
it'd been a wrap.
Oh my
It'd been a wrap.
gosh.
So
Right.
that's where
But-
the color issue comes in.
Yeah.
Not her
Right.
being like, acting like you're not pregnant, whatever. That's just being idiotic. But her not getting sentenced or saying not guilty, you know what that was about.
Yeah. Sad but true.
But you know what? I really think also, on top of her being jailed, I think the black community, especially black Twitter, will come down on her too. Be like, why would you kill your kid? Because our community, we don't have each other's best interests at heart a lot of times.
Yeah, we don't. We
Sometimes
don't.
we get on each other worse than other people get on us. It's like, dang.
I
What?
know.
You
You
see
ever
those
seen
comments?
that joke where they be like, black people the only group of people that like pick on you for being organized or having your stuff together and start raining. They're like, oh, this nigga got an umbrella. Oh, like, how they just torment each other. just messing with each other all the time.
You're right.
That's good. That's good. That's a good
We
one, though.
be tearing each other up. We don't care.
Oh, man, that is actually a good one. You got to send that to me. You got to send me that. That is a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, my God.
That's
But
true,
yeah,
though.
but both of y'all stories definitely did open up the conversation to something bigger in terms of just like communities somehow something being done to help like poorer communities or communities that don't have as many resources, and then also like a protocol for people that are basically killing life, because you don't know what this kid could have been that this woman killed. This kid could have been a great champion of human rights, a person that bridged the gap between, this racial tension. You never know. But that kid's never going to have a chance to live out that life because it was taken from them.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And on selfishness, she was selfish. She was just selfish. The moms who claimed she didn't know, and the parents didn't know. Like the girl's a stick. How do y'all know this girl
Please.
was pregnant? She about what?
They lying.
80 pounds. She about 80 pounds soaking wet.
They didn't want to be talked about at the golf course with their friends, so they're gonna play dumb. Versus
Good.
saying, "Oh, my daughter got
Play
pregnant." You know how they get down. They don't want to be the talk of the golf course, y'all. So they ain't know, quote unquote.
Yeah, well, on that note, it's been great talking to y'all tonight, and this has been an excellent show. We're going to try and post on Friday. We always say we're going to post on Fridays, and something always happens. But
We're gonna aim for Friday.
Aim for
Yeah.
Friday.
Aim for Friday. But it's been real Koya, random. All
Yes,
right.
yes.
Yeah, had a good time, guys. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Talk to y'all later.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye bye.
So go a little sign like this. That's AVIOT.